Now, we all know how excited the press tends to get when a new smartphone is released by the folks at Apple or Samsung or LG. And you should really know that if you're shopping for a smartphone, there are other manufacturers making great smartphones that are out there. And don't get me wrong, you know, the iPhone line, the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy S line in general, LG's line, the new G6, they're all great devices. But the fact is, not everyone has or wants to spend anywhere from $600 to $1,000 to put a great high-end smartphone in their pocket. And that's what's beautiful about the Moto G5. For under $300 or around $300, depending on where you live, you can have all the features, the design, the build, the specs, the battery life, the display. You can have all of those features that match or exceed a lot of the smartphones on the market already for a price that's a fraction of what those devices cost. And that's what got us excited about this device. The last device that we tried from Motorola that had the mod system where you could turn your smartphone into a Hasselblad camera or give it JBL speakers or attach a projector to it, a digital projector. We're really excited about what Motorola is doing, but to put a premium device in your hands for around 300 bucks, that's a little bit of magic that we want to look into. So let's unbox this and talk a little bit about what it brings to the party. Okay. As you can see, it has the Lenovo branding because, you know, Lenovo does own Moto now. And right, oh good, we get it right out of there. So let's put this down right here. Let's see what we get in the box. We get, of course, we get the wall plug. And we get a micro USB. And we get, oh, what is this? Whoa, that is a big honkin' battery. And what this big battery means is that we have a removable back on this phone. Now, what's cool about this, let's see if I can get this off right here, if it's easy to get off right away. It has a little tab here. There we go. Look at that. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Now, if you can't see from here, this is an aluminum-bodied phone. And this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a device that costs around $300 to have an aluminum build, a fingerprint sensor on the bottom, a 5-inch IPS high-definition display with around 440, maybe 441 pixels per square inch. I mean, these are specs that you only expect to see on a high-end device. Even the battery life, I believe this battery is a 2800 milliamp hour battery. That's good for all day, but the real cool thing about this is, you know how Motorola is always great about having all-day devices, but this one also charges within minutes. It can give you hours of usage, so they really did think of everything on this one. Now, the back is supposed to pop off, so let me see if I can get something in there. Oh, and there we go. I actually was able to get off pretty easily. There's a little ridge on the back, and the instructions even say you can use a little muscle to get the back of it off there. And you'll see in the back here that it has room for dual SIMs. You can put 2 SIM cards in here as well as a micro SD card to expand your storage beyond the included, I believe, on this particular one, it's about 16 gigs of onboard storage. So let us also put in the battery. Like I said, that's a nice size battery for this device. 2800 milliamp, which will give you that all-day battery life that we talked about before. I will put the back on. Oh, it goes on pretty easily. Look at that. A lot of them you have to worry about snapping them in 12 different times. This one actually does go on pretty quickly. And then let's power this up. I'm not sure if it came charged. Oh, look at that. It even came with a little charge. You gotta love that, it actually comes charged. To give you some specs on this device, let's see, we have a 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. That is 8 cores on this device. I told you it already has 16 gigs of RAM on this one, 16 gigs of storage. I'm sorry, not 16 gigs of RAM, that would be incredible. Most computers don't have that. 16 gigs of onboard storage, 2 gigs of RAM. Oh, hello Moto. It's talking, it's going through its little setup display. The 5-inch display, the 2800 milliamp hour battery, a 13 megapixel camera on the front, on the back, and then a 5 megapixel camera on the front. And it even has something called Beautification Mode on this device. Now, Beautification Mode, if you're taking a selfie, it'll actually smooth out your skin, the texture, the color, so it really makes you look better than you've ever looked before. So imagine that, a selfie camera that is thinking about you. Also, a fingerprint sensor on a phone, a device at this price point is ridiculously cool, and it also acts as a little mouse pad that lets you do different gestures to control what's going on the screen. If If you look at the back of the device, there's that 13 megapixel camera I told you about, along with an LED flash. Of course, you see the Moto logo here. And I'm just kind of blown away by what you get for the money. As we said, around $300, depending on where you are. And to get all the features that we're talking about here, the aluminum build, the fingerprint sensor, 13 megapixel in the back, 5 megapixel in the front, 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM. I mean, these are features you expect to see on a much more expensive device. We're going to go more hands-on with this device to talk about performance and call quality and video quality. We already have heard great things about the camera on this phone, which is a great thing since a lot of people now are making their purchase decision based on the camera quality. So now the last feature I want to talk about real quick is something that sets this phone apart, not just in its price point, in its price category, but sets itself apart from a lot of devices out there, period, and that is gesture mode. It allows you to control different features of the phone just by making gestures, whether you want to activate a certain app or go to something else on the screen. A flick of the wrist, a chopping motion will change what app you're using and change the functionality, which we think is really, really cool. As I said, we're going to have our full-blown review both on the radio show on SiriusXM, and also we'll bring you something right here as well. But for now, we wanted to give you a quick look at the Moto G5. If you like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see us talk about another device or something else in general, let us know in the comment below. And please remember to subscribe, because subscribing not only helps us bring you all these great videos, it also makes you instantly eligible for all of our giveaways. And if you're new to our channel, we do a ton of giveaways. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.